You gotta play through it. You get well on a gig, you gotta play through it.
No, you play through it on a gig.
Do you like that, Vaughn?
Sure, sounds like a #1 hit tune, all right.
Yeah. How about you, Carl? Carl, do you like that?
I reckon.
I wish you'd all lay off for tonight. I can't hear myself think for that racket.
Hey!
Well, it's night time.
Hey!
I'm calling the police.
I told you 3 times already. The law's on my side. I play cards with J.D. Shellnut, chief of police, so kiss my ass, you little bastard.
There's a place in this town where kids learn the wrong things.
Stack of Dimes.
A place where they keep a vicious secret.
Stack of Dimes.
A place controlled by people who profit from pain.
Stack of Dimes.
Now, this town's vicious secret is exposed. There's only one thing to do. Get ready for
Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes.
Stack of Dimes. This is the podcast that sits in the back row and wants you to play your old shit. None of that new shit. Tired of the new shit. Don't like the new shit.
Well, of course not, because you're going to see somebody who's, if it's me, and if it's us, it's somebody that's probably most people consider a one-hit wonder. And so most of the people are there for that one hit, but I'm there for the deep cuts. But you're saying collectively, the Stack of Dimes podcast
is there for the old shit. We're there for the original stuff.
I see what you're saying. So you're there for, you know what? I got it. Stack of Dimes is there for White Snake's 70s stuff, not their hair metal 80s stuff.
There you go.
We want the 70s blues rock, not...
We're there for Appetite of Destruction.
But not Chinese democracy.
Not Chinese democracy.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. We're here in the Roden Family Fun Center, and it's hot.
It is hot. It's smoky.
We're in the throes of summer here.
Yeah.
In Western Washington. It's concert season.
It is.
Kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
Is it still concert? It's still concert season.
Yeah. I just went and saw Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire with my parents.
Wait, where?
Climate Pledge.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, my radio station was giving away tickets, and they were having a hard time giving these tickets away, to be honest with you.
I would imagine.
Which was wild.
Although I am surprised if Lionel Richie was involved that they would have trouble getting rid of those tickets.
Well, that's what's crazy. I think they were here not too long ago, the same combo.
Oh.
So I want to say they were here a year ago, or maybe like 2 years ago. So I think that was part of it too. So yeah, my mom she was like, "Hey, did you get tickets to that?" And I said, "Well, we did, but we already gave them all away."
Yeah.
But then they came back to us and were like, "Hey, we got more tickets. Can you guys give more tickets away?" Then I called my mom and said, "Well, we got more tickets."
So the ticket sales weren't doing that good.
That's
either.
what altogether. And so I said, we might have some, so let's wait and see. Because again, if people go and enter a contest and you tell them, okay, here's the tickets, oftentimes they'll be like, oh, I can't use them. And then at that point, it's too late to run another contest. So sometimes they have extra tickets. So we ended up going. It was fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, I bet.
My other coworker who had seen them before, last time they were in same deal, Earth Wind. He said Earth, Wind, and Fire was great. He's like, Lionel Richie is shot. He has no voice.
Oh, that's too bad,
man. But must have been for that one show. He sounded awesome.
Really?
Yeah, and this
was
guy...
he singing everything in a lower key?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, no. And... I don't know well enough with that shit. You're more of a musician than I am.
Walking on the Ceiling, dude. I love that song so much.
Dancing on the Ceiling.
Dance it. That's how much I love it. I know it before he changed it.
Okay, got it.
Dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Walking on the Ceiling?
Yeah, fuck. Whatever.
Oh, what a feeling. When I'm walking on the ceiling.
I just remember that video.
Oh, yeah?
It changed my fucking life when I saw it over at my grandparents' house.
So the guy that said last time he saw him was
Yeah.
bad went to this one again, and he's like night and day difference.
Oh, really?
Night and day difference.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is I didn't realize that apparently either the concert before or one of the concerts before he performed in Denver and apparently collapsed.
Whoa.
So the whole concert, in between songs, he's talking about how he has to drink electrolytes and like how
he just gets sapped real
people
quick.
were calling him, were like, "Are you drinking? Are you drinking, Lionel?" And he's like, "I'm not. I'm telling you, I was just dehydrated."
It's just Gatorade.
And we were at altitude in Denver or whatever.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
So he apparently had some sort of incident. I didn't go look it up, but
Well, he's
talking
got to
about
be.
it, yeah.
He's got to be what, late 70s, early
Probably.
80s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that.
He was great. Earth, Wind, and Fire was great.
That's
That was
awesome.
great.
That's
So-
awesome. Wasn't Lionel Richie? Was he in the Commodores?
He was, and he does a whole Commodore section
of his show.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The Commodores were amazing too.
Great.
So good. So
It's
good.
one of those concerts too where you forget how many songs this guy has.
Yeah. Oh,
It
dude.
just keeps going. You're like,
His
"Oh,
catalog
shit."
is
Yeah.
massive.
And you throw in the Commodore stuff
Yeah.
with the Lionel, as he says.
Yeah.
It's like every song you knew. There's hardly any song that was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't know this one."
You know, I get him and that actor mixed up. Like every time I think of Lionel Richie and what he looks like, I think of the dude that is the Soul Glow guy in Trading Places.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That actor.
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. But
I don't know Trading Places.
They
well.
look very familiar.
Huh.
Or very similar.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cool story, bro.
we're welcome. I'm Roden, as always. Joining me here in the Family Fun Center is Thunder. What's up, dude? You just took a trip over to Vegas, right?
I was down in Vegas for some boxing last
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
It was very hot.
Good for you.
Very hot. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the temp down there, man?
I was like 114.
Jesus.
It wasn't
Christ.
not.
This is a dry heat.
It was a dry heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you were over. You were on the east side,
Fucking.
traversing through the fires.
Oh my God, dude! Everybody knows about the wildfires that have been going on in eastern Washington and everything. We were over in Missoula, Montana, visiting some family, and then coming back, we were supposed to stay in Spokane the night after the fires erupted
Yikes!
and visit with a friend, and then move from there, go to Lake Chelan with the family and stay for like 4 days. And had to cut the trip short. Like
Man.
we had to power through Spokane because Spokane was so bad. Like Western Idaho and Spokane were just it was terrible. I've never seen that much smoke in the air before.
Yeah.
And it was so unhealthy. It was so unhealthy. Like it was incredible, dude. I had a good friend of mine lost her house, lost everything she owns over there in Spokane in the fires, and it was nuts, dude. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, we had to cut our trip short by like 5 days, and just come home because it was just the whole eastern half of the state was just completely fucked.
Yeah.
And like Chelan was nuts. Like we had some other friends that were over there, or my kids had friends that were over there that got evacuated 3 times, and they kept on trying to stay there and like wait it out at the next spot that they got evacuated to, and then they would get evacuated out of there, and it was like just getting closer and closer. It was crazy. So yeah, we ended up staying in Wenatchee for 2 nights at this hotel because we were trying to wait and see if it would clear up, and then go to Lake Chelan after that, and it never did. It was just fucked.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. And I wanted to take my kids to the Gorge to see that venue, that outdoor amphitheater that we have here in Washington, because absolutely incredible. But it was so smoky over there that I was just like, well, they're not going to be able to see anything, and it's going to be super unhealthy to be outside.
If a concert isn't going, can you go in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really? Mm-hmm. You can just walk in there.
I don't know how far in you can go. I know that they used to kind of open it up so you could just walk around the grounds. I don't think you can still go like backstage or, on the stage
Yeah.
that's, kind of semi-permanently there during the summer. I do know in the off season, it's probably a lot easier to do, like to get down there and stuff, but it's just such an incredible spot.
Oh, it's great.
The view is so amazing. I wanted to take the kids down there, but we just couldn't do it. It was just unfeasible. But you've been to a show out at the Gorge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Several.
What have you seen out there?
I've seen Pearl Jam a couple of times out there.
Yeah?
One of the times I saw Pearl Jam was a weekend that they were sharing with Tom Petty. So I saw Tom Petty one night and then Pearl Jam.
What year was that?
Shit, I don't know. Probably, 2007 or 6. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been a little bit later than when I saw him. Because I saw him in 99, summer of 99, before I went to college. I went and saw Tom Petty. And who opened for Tom Petty? I think it was the Foo Fighters.
Really?
Opened for Tom.
Wow.
No. That's not true. Who the fuck? I can't remember who opened for him. But it wasn't. No, I was thinking of a different show that I saw out there. But that was like one of the first times I had ever been out there, and it was absolutely incredible, dude. Like it blew me away how good it sounded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because up until that point, like seeing Tom Petty live, I had always gone to the shows that I had gone to were just like indie shows, small clubs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like
for all ages.
You're not talking about Tom Petty. You're saying like all the shows you had gone to are small indie shows. That was the first time.
Indie bands. The biggest band that I had seen at that point, I think, was like Sonic Youth, right? At the Paramount. That's probably the biggest show that I had ever gone to at that point in my life. The other stuff that I had gone to was just like, I saw Arlo Guthrie play at the King Cat Theater here in Seattle one time. Which was also incredible, but
does that even exist? Does the King Cat Theater even exist anymore?
I don't think so. I think it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like this club, this all ages club in downtown Seattle called the Rock Candy. And we used to go there all the time. I used to see Built to Spill there and some of the, the local stuff and smaller kind of, indie rock bands from the 90s and stuff. And, but going to see that big show at the Gorge was complete. I mean, it was fucking amazing. The lights, the sound, the band that was so good at what they did that it sounded like the record, even better. It sounded better than the records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just absolutely incredible. And there was this moment too during the show where there were these helicopters off in the distance. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. It was like these helicopters, big flashing lights and stuff, and they were all kind of going like behind the stage and stuff, and then like lowering down, and then they came back up, and I don't remember much of it, but it was
Were you drunk?
Kind of seemed like
Were you drunk and high?
No, I was high, but it seemed like kind of a chaotic scene, right? There were it was like the show was starting and stuff, and this shit was all going on, and like nobody knew what. You could see even some of the artists like look over at the helicopters, like, what the fuck is this? Because they were like police helicopters or like one I think was like no, it wasn't military, but it looked like it might be like a hospital helicopter or something. Oh. And so I get to college, right? And we're just meeting people at the dorms and shit like this. And I met this girl named Molly, and somehow we started on the topic, and I was, of going to see shows and whatever. And she was a music fan and stuff. And I had mentioned that I saw Tom Petty, like earlier in the summer. And it was just an amazing show. And she was like, oh, yeah, I was at that show with my boyfriend. We were trying to sneak in, and we, like, were climbing the cliff behind behind the stage, and like I made it to the top and I couldn't find my boyfriend. Turns out it was her boyfriend that was getting airlifted out of there because he fell off of the cliff.
Jesus.
And fell into a rattlesnake pit.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a
Like
thing?
was I don't know if it was I don't know if it was like a like an actual pit full of rattlesnakes, but
like,
he got bit by a rattlesnake.
Yikes.
Because he was fucking like broke his legs, like, you know, couldn't move and shit. Like, that was wild. And I was like, oh my God, I was fucking there. We were all wondering what those helicopters were about. And so that's what it was. That's what it was.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah.
So, did you in high school go to many concerts?
Yes. Like I said, like I'm saying, we went to these smaller shows that we could just take a ferry boat over to, right? And go into downtown Seattle.
See, you're lucky like that. And I've talked about this on the show before where it seemed like Seattle was so far away from Lake Stevens. It really wasn't. It's like with no traffic, it's like 35 minutes, 40-minute drive.
Well, it was a long trip for us. Because we had to take a ferry boat.
Yeah, you got to take a ferry and all that stuff.
Well, we'd have to get over to Bainbridge Island first and then take ferry boat over.
But at least you could take the ferry like right into downtown Seattle.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So there wasn't, and one, I was kind of always broke. It wasn't until really just like the end of high school and then into college or whatever that I started seeing more concerts, really.
Yeah.
And it bums me out. Like, when the whole Seattle scene shit was going on, I was just too young.
Yep,
me too. I was like, it was like a lot of middle school for me. Probably even earlier for you.
No, because it was junior high for me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's when I was getting into it. I mean, it was going on. It was starting when I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, of course. And I mean like when it was starting to get popular, right? Like I wasn't cool enough to know that like these bands before they were signed to major labels, like going to see Soundgarden or something like that.
Yeah.
Back when they were just, you know, local bands before they had major label deals. By the time I was aware of them, they had already, because I'm an idiot, right? Like I was 12 or 13 and it's not like I was getting music rags or like fanzines or anything like that. I'm watching MTV. I'm listening to the radio on the bus. That's my knowledge of music, and whatever is served up to me there.
Well, I was never able to go see shows like that.
Yeah.
Because like one, I was too young. There weren't a lot of all ages places to go in Seattle. There still aren't really.
Yeah.
The Vera Project didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Right. They had the what was it, Redmond Firehouse or something like that? Or
Yeah. The Ballard Firehouse.
What's that?
The Ballard Firehouse. That's what I remember. It's still there. It's just not called the Ballard Firehouse anymore.
So did it start in Ballard and then it moved to Redmond?
I don't know what the Redmond Firehouse is. I only know the Ballard.
It was the same thing. It was I think we're talking about the same thing, but it was an all ages venue.
Oh, okay.
And so like
Ballard Firehouse was. I don't think it was all ages. I think it was.
Yeah.
It was
and
Rock,
then
hey, where was Rock Candy, by the way?
Rock Candy, dude, I don't even fucking remember. Like I don't remember where it was because I still to this day get turned around when I'm downtown.
Was it pretty close to the freeway? I want to say it was close to the freeway. Because, you know, the off-ramp is still there, but it's called El Corazon now.
Yeah. I don't think it was near the...
Because there was a venue... There was a venue over there that was just north of the off-ramp, and it was kind of like a warehouse. I saw Helmet there, of course. I've seen Helmet 50 million times. I see them every time they come to town now, even. But... it was kind of more of a well-known. I think that was Rock Candy. I think
it really could have been. That would have been, because every time I went to the Rock Candy, it was dark, and so I never went to the Rock Candy where it was light out.
It would have been
and so
97 for me when I went and saw it.
That probably would have been the first time that I went to 96 or 97, and it would have been like I never drove over here. It was always somebody else driving, or we took taxi or we walked. Right. I remember it would be a really long walk off the ferry.
It is, but it's not as bad as you'd think.
Not as bad as you think when you're young.
Yeah.
you know, it's just kind of fun. You're walking in a group. But yeah, that would have been, you know, let's see. I never was able to see Soundgarden, Nirvana, or any of those bands because I was too young.
Same.
They didn't play a ton of all ages shows, and it would have been, you know, far too expensive at that time for me anyway. Like they were huge by the time that I was really into them.
And that's what I'm saying. Same for me. Like I wasn't cool enough. My brother, my older brother, he wasn't into like indie music, right? Like it was just whatever was on the radio or what was on MTV at that point.
Yeah. And there were a couple of small clubs we could go to in Bremerton.
Well, the clubs that I knew, quote unquote clubs, were in Everett.
Yeah.
And Everett was a lot different than Everett is now.
Sure.
And one of them was Jimmy Z's, which was right.
Oh yeah, it's just still there too, right?
I don't think Jimmy Z's is there anymore. Maybe, I don't know.
They may have changed locations because I did a pretty sure it was called Jimmy Z's anyway, but Air Raid sponsored a show there one time.
Oh really? Yeah. I don't. It might be there anymore, but I don't know. But you know, that was the same deal. You had to be like 21 or older. So.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember I would drive like be with my parents. We'd go by it, and I always look at the marquee. And it was funny because there was a lot of stuff like, you got to remember.
It was always Candlebox.
No, it wasn't. It was not Candlebox. It was more like Twisted Sister. Oh. Or it would be like Dee Snider with his new band Widowmaker or whatever. So it's a lot of that shit. I have to say, like, senior year of high school and going into college was kind of a weird time in music where grunge was just getting over with, and this is when you had shit coming in that was like Matchbox 20 and Third Eye Blind and shit like that.
What
like,
a sad, fucking sorry ass time that was.
I know. Dude. And then you had like, you know, gangster rap had been a big thing, but now that was kind of coming down. So what was weird was there would be a lot of these quote unquote washed up bands that would come through. Yeah. And I'm totally into that shit. Right. So if you had like Quiet Riot coming to Jimmy Z's, I would like, let's go see Quiet Riot. Or there used to be Parker's right over here on Aurora. It was like Parker's Casino for a bit, but it was a casino off and on, but it was always like a dance club. But then for a while it would have music, and they had a ton of like, Rick James came there. Damn. Like a lot of these kind of, because you got to remember when we got into the late 90s, like a lot of these bands were they were considered like washed up, and so you could see. Oh yeah, I saw the Gap Band several times. I love the Gap Band. I saw Zapp and Roger. Like that's my shit. That like that was like a lot of the stuff that was sampled with hip hop and rap. Like the original artists that did it, they would come through, and I would go see all that shit. I love it. There's
so many bands like that I wish I would have seen 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. You know?
But you would be able to open up The Stranger and just go like and there was a ton of that stuff where it would be P-Funk, George Clinton was here all the time, dude.
Sure.
Just
So, but by the time I was like college age, I was off to the east side of the mountains. Like away from all of that stuff.
All of that stuff, yeah.
You know? But we would go to the Gorge at that point. We would go to the Gorge sometimes, you know?
To explain people...
Shit. Or we would come over to Seattle and go to like Bumbershoot,
the Gorge,
Folk Life.
The Gorge is like Red Rocks. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Red Rock?
I would say that's it. Fairly equivalent, although Red Rocks is a way cooler looking actual amphitheater.
Yes. I saw... Empire of the Sun there not too long ago.
Yeah,
it was great.
That's right. I saw Empire of the Sun at Sasquatch Music Festival at the Gorge.
Got it.
Took some amazing photos of them too.
But a lot of people they ask. It's similar to that, but you're right. It's not like a true amphitheater.
It's not as picturesque of an amphitheater.
I don't know. I would say that it's a cooler view.
Yes,
but the actual the rock formation that you're sitting on or whatever isn't as impressive as Red Rocks.
No,
Is it Red Rock or Red Rocks?
I think it's Red. Well, that's
I
a good
screw this
question.
up all the time.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
So that is a venue that I've always wanted to go to, too.
It lives up to the billing.
Oh, my God.
It lives up to the
looks
billing.
so cool.
Yeah, it's
so
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the thing that sparked this topic for me was I'm getting, like, now that my kids have cell phones and are able to kind of dictate my fucking algorithm on YouTube. I'm seeing all this, like, this recent show. I don't know who this person is, but it's Tate McRae or something.
I've seen
this woman.
I know this name, yeah.
Tate McRae.
Yeah.
I think she's a new kind of pop sensation. I just found out today that she is from the Disney Channel. So it's
Christ.
another one of these fucking manufactured pop artists, like Olivia Rodrigo. Sorry to whoever likes that stuff. Not my cup of tea.
No,
but,
I mean, let's just be honest. That started with Britney Spears and that sort of stuff, and it kind of
and like Justin Timberlake,
and it kind of hasn't stopped.
Right.
But the thing is what's weird now?
It's a machine.
It's a machine, and then I don't consume that stuff, so it's a complete blind spot. But you kind of almost have to assume that if there's a younger pop sensation coming out that they spent some time with in the Disney machine, in some sort of TikTok, whatever, like it's even Nickelodeon for a while was kind of like also anyway, so
I'm seeing these like pictures that are showing up on like my YouTube feed and my Google feed of her, Tate McRae, like covered in gold paint, right?
Okay.
At this show that she was doing, and she flings her arms and all this gold paint like goes everywhere.
So it's like
what the
wet?
fuck is it? Yeah, totally. It was weird. And
is this AI? This got to be AI or something.
No, it wasn't AI. It was a show. It was Lollapalooza. And I started thinking, I was like, when did fucking Lollapalooza become like a pop star show?
Well,
did that happen like a while back?
Yeah, isn't it one of those things where it's like it's whatever is popular, right? And they also.
I always thought of Lollapalooza because it was started by Perry Farrell and
like Jane's Addiction
guys.
Of course, it was that sort of stuff, but I think all of that stuff is kind of morphed where it's like we celebrate all musical art. You know what I mean? Like, so you get a lot of that. I mean, I don't know what the rest of the lineup would look like, but. Even like Coachella
I didn't take the time to fucking look it up.
Coachella gets like quite a like mix of artists now and stuff, right? It's not just
pop.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it all is just pop. I mean, at some point, it's all popular music, right? But but yeah, that's kind of weird though. That would be because we know Lollapalooza in its heyday,
right?
That's the other thing with a lot of these festivals too. Is they continue on, but it's completely
different.
Completely different than what we had going on.
Yeah.
This is what's crazy to me is most of the concerts that I went to when it was like in high school it was instrument driven, usually rock, usually usually like bass, guitar, drummer, singer, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And no frills, too. It was usually like them up on a stage, no light show.
Not much of a light show.
There was no such thing as like LED screens behind anybody at that point. Mm-hmm. Like I remember the first time I saw that was like some major concert like Key Arena. And I was like, whoa, look at that screen. That's wild. Like that. Now it's like you can go to, I don't know, they can just throw that shit up behind them anywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of the clubs have it built in. Like, what do you want us to put your logo up behind? Here, we can fire it up on this deal. But so you watched them play. That was it. They weren't dancing. There was none of the shit I went to was like.
Sometimes they jump into the crowd or some
jump into the crowd or maybe
no fancy stages. It was just like a straight line. I remember the one. So I was remembering Foo Fighters, right? And that was they had opened up for the Red Hot Chili Peppers at the Gorge. And I went to that show. That must have been 2000 or something. Summer of 2000. And Or maybe that was no. Fuck, I can't remember. But anyway, all I remember is that the Foo Fighters just had that FF symbol.
Oh yeah,
them
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
On the stage, right?
Yeah.
That was it. And,
yeah, like I kind of like the no frills stuff. Like I still to this day, yeah, and
I do remember like the lights went down. You know, once the sun went down behind the stage. Yeah, which is the cool part
That's
about
really cool
because half of the show that you see at that big stage at the Gorge like will be in sunlight.
Yep.
And then the sun goes down pretty quick, and boom, it's dark.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's an amazing sunset.
It's amazing sunset.
And the lights come on.
Every single show that I've been there to, the artists will always comment on it. And they'll take a break and they'll just be like, "Holy shit!" Like it's like, "Are you guys seeing this?"
Yeah,
like
it is one of those things
incredible.
When you're saying, you're like, well, this is why it's incredible. But
yeah.
Every time it's still
incredible.
It's still incredible. Yeah.
And every show that I've ever seen there, the main act is always like, wow.
You gotta
like they'll stop and they just like
Yeah.
watch the sunset for a moment, and then they just like go straight into one of their hits or something like that.
Yeah.
And everybody goes wild. But I do remember like Red Hot Chili Peppers had a pretty sweet like light show.
Yeah.
That was when Californication came out. That stupid fucking album. The only reason we went was to go see the Foo
I'm going to tell you
Fighters.
something. They're all stupid fucking
Oh,
albums.
dude, I don't know.
They're all stupid
Blood Sugar Sex Magic was a pretty good album.
It is a good album. I'm just being a smart
I will say that is the only album that I like.
Yeah. Like, yeah. When that was popular, you couldn't avoid much of the song. And it was such a fresh sound, so I got to give them that much. But yeah.
Oh, you know what I just remembered of that show, too? There was fucking riots in the campground that night.
Just because?
Yeah, I don't know what sparked it. Oh, no, this is what sparked it. A kid, so at the campgrounds, there's like a number of different campgrounds around the gorge, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's one that's like directly just kind of up above the whole thing, and it's just a sea of fucking people.
Yeah, because
sea of tents.
there's actual campgrounds associated with the gorge, and you can get a ticket for
and a camping spot.
A camping spot
Right.
with that's like that. It's one of the single biggest reasons why I didn't go to many concerts over there, because I did not want to fucking camp in Eastern Washington in the summer.
Well, the other thing about it too is getting out of there. If you're not camping there, getting out of that venue is horrendous because it is a 2-lane road.
Correct.
One way in, one way out, or one lane out. And it is wild trying to get out of there. But so we were in the campground for that show, the Foo Fighters and Red Hot Chili Peppers. And what I heard was, and I don't know if this may be apocryphal, but what we heard was that a kid knocked a security guard off of an ATV and stole the ATV and started ripping it around the campground, all while the security guards were starting to chase this kid and try to, get him off. And that sparked a whole bunch of other drunk people going, "Why you beating up that kid?" Blah, blah, blah. And then, dude, it was why I was so paranoid. First of all, there were some substances involved.
Well, you throw something like this into the mix.
And you throw something like that into the mix, and we were huddled in this van of a different friend that we had run into, and we're just kind of all like, what the fuck do we do? It's like people are setting shit on fire, right? Like porta potties got set on fire, right? And you can smell the smoke, you can smell the burning stuff
Toxic
that was
bullshit.
in the fucking porta potty, and just people were just going nuts, dude, and broken glass, fucking trash everywhere. We wake up the next day, and me and my girlfriend are just kind of walking around the campground surveying the scene, right, after the night's events. Mm-hmm. And, I came across some of the porta potties that have been burned to the fucking ground. Just mounds of molten plastic and human excrement. And it was so gross. It was so gross. And I was like, I don't think I ever want to come here again. Like, I don't want to do this ever again. It was wild.
I think I've been twice, and it's both been for Pearl Jam.
Okay.
So the first time,
no riots.
No riots, and they were doing. It was just one night, I think it was, and my parents had just purchased an RV.
Oh.
And so, it was my brother, and his wife, and then me, and we weren't married yet, but me and Anita, and they were like, we want to try this RV out. Do you mind if we go with you guys? And we're like, no, that's fine. And I had some other friends that were going, and they heard, because, we were I was in my late 20s at that point.
Sure, yeah.
And they're like, oh, your mom and dad are coming? And like, well, yeah, my parents are cool. And they're like, a couple of the friends that I knew had some friends, and they thought it was kind of weird. So they were camping, Newman, and his friend Sean, and then his girlfriend, and then another friend. They were camping. They had tents or whatever. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we went to the off campgrounds. It was like the Crazy Horse or the Wild Horse. Campgrounds or whatever.
Is it down on the river? Were you
no,
guys down
it wasn't on the river.
or
No, it was like in a field that some family owns, and they turn it. And there happened to be RV parking with power and water. Mm-hmm. And my parents got one of those spots. So and they're not going to the concert. My mom, they just want to try this, like, first time, let's take this RV out.
Yeah.
It was fantastic because it was a tip out. It had AC. So we parked this thing there, and all we did was hang out in the RV during the day because it was so fucking hot over there. But the saving grace was like the friends that were like, your parents are coming. That's no fun. They ended up going, that was the best thing that ever happened because they were hanging out in there and like we were playing cards, having drinks, and
I'll say this,
Dad
though,
was cooking steaks.
Every time I've camped out there after a show, it gets so bitterly cold at night.
Yeah.
Like, because it's the desert,
pretty windy too,
and it gets that wind picks up and starts blowing all the heat off of everything.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you're imbibing, you're having some drinks, you're doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're in a tent, when you wake up in the morning,
dude,
it takes no time for that shit to heat up, and you're just sitting in a fucking like hot house, dude.
That's true. But both times that I've been
splitting headache,
that's the worst part.
Yeah.
But both times that I've camped out there after a show, after the Tom Petty one, because we stayed in a different. Why I was asking if you guys were down by the rivers, that's where we camped. Like, the hell was that place called?
Yeah,
like, it was called like the Sandbar or something like that.
I know what you're talking
whatever
about.
it was called. And so we camped down there at the Tom Petty show, and everybody in the tent was so fucking freezing, like just freezing cold. We had to go because I drove my parents' station wagon over there, and so eventually we just all moved into the station wagon because it was just like, fuck, dude, it got
too cold.
It was freezing cold, and that would have been August, I'm pretty sure, or late July. And then the riots one, that was really cold too. I do remember, But
I camped once. We camped pretty far away.
Yeah.
When we went to Tom Petty one night and Pearl Jam one night. Yeah, we parked and just drove in, drove out, back to the parking or back to the camping, and then it was me and my brother and Anita, and it was a pretty memorable actually.
Yeah.
The first time I've seen Pearl Jam a few times. Like I was a big fan in high school, but never saw them when they're at their fucking peak.
Their
right?
peak, yeah.
The first time I saw them was like 1998. A coworker couldn't go, gave me some tickets. So, and it was one of those things where like, yeah, I guess I'll go. I don't even like their new shit, right? Like you said earlier. Play your old shit. But it was at Memorial Stadium, which is downtown Seattle by the Space Needle, which is getting redone right now as we speak. And first time I was ever in one of these situations where I was up front and like the crowd started surging towards the front.
Yeah.
That's scary shit, dude. Very scary shit. And my shoes weren't, one of my shoes wasn't tied on properly.
Oh, fuck.
And my shoe came off.
Yeah.
And I crouched down to grab it as the crowd surged.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be able to get back up.
Dude,
it was the scariest feeling in the world. I grabbed my shoe and then instantly it's 1,000 degrees down there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying to get up and I can't. I'm trying to hold on to my shoe. It was terrifying, dude.
Dude, that stuff really scares me as well. Like, so for air raid, I would go to Sasquatch. And I think I must have done it 3 times or something like that. But I would get photo passes and press passes and stuff like that. And the photo pass was great. Because you could get down, they would allow you with a photo pass, you could get all the way down next to the front of the stage. Mm-hmm. And for some acts, like some years there, like for the first 2 years I went, like you could get down and access to the front of the stage and they wouldn't push you out. And then I think they thought better of that in the third time that I went, and they were like, okay, you get like 5 to 10 minutes and then you got to leave.
You got to leave.
Because it would just get so chaotic down there. But I remember one year, I think it was the last year that was it the last year that I went or was it the second time? I can't remember. But Jack White was playing and he had just kind of branched off from the White Stripes, right? Uh-huh. And he had come out with this like solo album. It was super, super popular. And he was one of the headliners on, I think, like the second night of Sasquatch or some shit. So it was the last night of Sasquatch. And the crowd was massive. It was sold out, right? I'm down in the photo pit waiting for the show to start, and I'm talking to this professional photographer from like something like Rolling Stone or some spin yeah. some magazine, right? And he could tell I was pretty new at this, you know, and I'm asking him questions about his camera and stuff because you
have a PXL 2000 Fisher Price camcorder.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, I'm almost out of cassette. Yeah. No, but I have, kind of a chintzy Canon.
Yeah, but a nice enough camera. But
it's a nice enough camera. But
like, if anybody knows,
yes,
this guy would know that you're right. You're not legit.
Exactly. And so I'm just asking him questions. I'm like, this is my first time at like, this big of a show for, getting this photo pass and stuff. And he's like, well, get ready, man, because like this crowd seems really rowdy, and he's like, this can get hairy. So just make sure you taking your shot. He's giving me all these pointers, and it was really fucking helpful because we keep on looking back and in the pit before the stage, they have all these like metal separators or barriers, right?
Yeah.
And so it's got like it's a metal kind of fence, solid metal.
Yeah.
And then it has this like, flat metal piece that lays on the ground as kind of the footing of this thing. And all these security guards are lined up like up against these right behind us. And you could tell, like, we'd look back and like the security guards are all chattering to themselves or to each other on the walkie-talkies and stuff. And you can see they're starting to get a little nervous because like once you look up, you can just see fucking humans. It's just packing in, right?
Yeah.
Jack White's getting ready to play. He hasn't come on the stage yet, and it's just fucking a sea of people that are just filtering into this amphitheater, right? Where there's only 2 ways out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On these pathways that kind of go around.
I should say this too, that the 2 concerts that I went to had seating. There was no general admission there.
Oh,
the 2 concerts at the Gorge when I went.
Right.
Both of them.
This was all GA.
Yeah.
Right? All GA at these big shows.
Yeah. And most of the time when I'd go back in the day, it was usually GA. Like the one at Memorial Stadium was GA, other than the bleacher seats, but no one was up there. Everyone was,
Everybody wants to be down on the on the as close as you can get. And so all these people are just filing in and stuff. And then you know, like we start hearing like the barriers are, you can hear them kind of scraping on the pavement because it's paved, it's
being pushed,
asphalt.
yeah.
And it's starting to get pushed. It's not going crazy yet, but it's starting to get pushed. And like, you know, we keep looking back and stuff, and guy looks over at me and goes, just take your shots and get the fuck out. Like, just get out. And I was like, what are you talking? And like, you know, again, a little high.
Yeah.
You know, there's some substance abuse going on at these things.
Sure.
And I'm just like, I'm starting to get real fucking paranoid, right? And so Jack White comes out. It's like everything goes blue. It's all blue, right? All the lights are blue. He comes out and people just go fucking nuts. And the only thing I can hear is the scraping of metal across this thing. People going, ow,
Yeah.
oh, ow, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And then the fucking security guards going, hold, 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 hold. And I look back and they are fucking like grabbing each other's arms and holding on. And they're the ones going, I can't breathe, because they're getting pressed up against the barriers.
Fucking barrier.
And the barriers are coming in and stuff. And so I look over at this professional photographer guy, and he's just fucking off to the races. He's just snap. He's shooting and stuff. And he looks back over at me. He's like, do it, man. And so I'm just like, okay. Yeah. So I start taking shots, and then the music starts. And it gets even fucking worse, dude. And like, I'm like, now, like when it started, we had about probably like 10 feet of space, you know, from barrier to stage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of cables.
In between, and that's usually the in between there. And like if someone's crowd surfing and they get pushed all the way to the front, they get dropped down to that.
They drop down and then they can file out.
Yeah. And
right?
usually the
security guards
grab
will file them out.
Take them out. Yeah.
There's all sorts of cords down there. Like people, videographers are down there. You know, they got the big video screens going on and stuff. And so there was about 10 feet to start, and it starts whittling down to like 5. It's getting narrower and narrower and narrower. And I'm just like, holy shit, I got to get the fuck out of here. And I was so fucking paranoid about it. And then like Jack White, like busted his finger open on one of the songs. And so he's bleeding all over the place. I got some killer shots of that. But regardless, back to your point, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being in that crowd, like somebody who was like, I want to get as close as possible. I will never do that.
So
ever at one of those big shows.
So
ever.
and you can, you know, Memorial Stadium's not that big of a venue, right? Like,
no.
So,
but you can see how that shit goes fucking sideways,
like,
man.
When
it is really scary.
Like the shit
really
that went
scary.
down with Pearl Jam, where those people died,
yes.
or that one that was in, what was it, in Texas, that was like the famous one with the rapper.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
That's like
just watch that
100,000 people or 200,000 people or one of these festivals in Europe or whatever. It's fucking insane. So this wasn't even that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't even know how many Memorial Stadium holds, but like
the gorge wasn't either.
I made it to the front and I was up against the rail, and it is terrifying, dude. Like you're getting smashed up against it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like trying to make. I'm not proud of this. Like when I went down to grab my shoe and I almost felt like I got trampled. Like I can't get up, and like people are. And so when I got up, then I had my shoe in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I get out of here? I'm trying to make my way out, and I cannot get out. Like
oh my god!
It's like I'm so far up front.
So you start hitting people with
no,
the shoe?
It's terrible. But this is like, I'm young. I'm an idiot. I said, I'm making my way out, and I just said, I have AIDS and I'm bleeding. And people just moved out of my way.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's terrible. And of course, I was drunk too.
Yeah.
So I'm just like saying whatever I can to get people to move.
Yeah.
And then I just got off to the side, and I was like, oh my God. I was like sitting there, like caught my breath, and like put my shoe on, like double tied it. I was like, I had like sat there for a while and was like, oh my God. Like,
dude, when I made it out, like mine wasn't even that bad.
It's terrible that I said that. I mean, it's terrible, but like
That's awful.
But
it got you out.
It got me out.
I mean, more power to you, because
Terrible.
that shit's so fucking scary, and it's so anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
Too, just to claustrophobia times a billion.
Yeah.
Because it's not anything like you can see your way out, but you can't get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
You cannot get out of this situation.
And you've got loud music
going.
and
Nobody
so no one
can hear you.
and no one is interested in anybody moving.
Right. Because it keeps coming.
Yeah.
It keeps coming. The pressure is continually pushing up.
Yeah.
And I remember, I do remember like getting out of that photo pit. Mine was nothing like yours. I wasn't being smashed or anything like that. I was just afraid of it happening. But I got up and I was like, I watched the rest of the show from the hill.
Yeah,
up
because
above.
at that point you're like, okay.
And I just remember just like taking stock of where I was and just being like, holy shit, dude, that was wild.
Well, and that
was
whole
wild.
I was there with a buddy.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't see him for the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
You get separated like that.
You have to have a plan of where you're going to meet up somewhere.
And so, like,
at a show like that.
Once the show's
sure.
over, I was able to find him or whatever. But
yeah.
But yeah, that stuff was scary shit, dude.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
That was some of the funnest times of my life, though. Doing that shit for air raid, like getting those passes and going and seeing shows and stuff constantly.
Let me ask you this: Were you ever into the pit? Did you ever go into a mosh pit?
I did a couple of times.
I never. I was always too chicken to.
Yeah, I did. Like as an older person, I went and saw a reunion show for this band called Seaweed. That was a local '90s band from Seattle, and they were playing a show with some buddies of mine at this place called Hell's Kitchen in Tacoma. Mm-hmm. And Mairead and I went, and I got into the mosh pit. Even like thought about doing. There was some stage diving going on.
Yeah,
and like I was like, this would be the time to fucking do it, Roden. Like. Just fucking do it. See what it's like.
I've never had any interest in stage diving.
Like it was going. People were going nuts.
Because my biggest problem with stage diving was always I don't want people's hands around my junk, my crotch, my ass. And it's unavoidable.
Yeah,
it's unavoidable.
I had some other friends in another band called. Which one was he playing in at the time? I can't remember. I think it was Harkonnen, and they were opening up for Minus the Bear at the Showbox.
I love the Showbox.
And the show, this was before Showbox Soto even was a thing. Yeah. This was the original Showbox in downtown. And they got up on stage while Minus the Bear was playing, and they stage dove. And this friend of mine, like, dove in, and he was a bigger dude, like tall, burly guy, right? He stage dove in and he fucking busted a kid's nose.
Oh my god.
He didn't even know it, and it was wild. And I told him I was like, dude, you just fucking busted a kid's nose when you dove in. And he felt so bad. But I always like, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Like not getting touched anywhere, because I'm kind of into that. I was waiting for your reaction.
I wasn't. I was like, I was caught off by that. Like you getting your oil check.
yeah. I want
smell your finger.
I want fingers.
Smell your finger now.
I want fingers everywhere. Yeah. No.
The thing with the mosh pit is, there's always one dude in here who wants to throw blows. And that always kind of bothered me. It's like, where it's like, what are you doing, man? It's like you're supposed to be, pushing each other and getting crazy, but like, you're just wanting to fight everybody, and no one wants to fight you.
Right?
They just want to like bump shoulders and push each other and that sort of thing. But like, you're like throwing elbows trying to clip someone in the fucking face. Like, what are you doing?
Right. I've seen some videos too of some just wild, like weird fucking mosh pit. Like that shit evolved. First of all, weird thing to have happen at a show anyway.
Yes, I know.
When did that shit start?
I have no idea.
I have no fucking
And
clue.
I went to some, like, again, Helmet's kind of a harder band.
Yeah.
And there was always a pit swirling at some point.
That kind of started with punk, right?
Yeah, probably. I think so.
I remember
I think
seeing
so.
a mosh pit in the show or the movie Repo Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. It was totally punk. It's got to be punk.
It's got to be punk. Yeah. But that shit really evolved in some weird fucking stuff. Like to whereas now it's like a revolving circle.
Yeah,
at some
it's
of
like-
these
yeah,
shows, like
exactly.
these hardcore
Yeah.
shows where
Yeah.
people are just like literally swinging their fucking arms up and down, you know? It's weird, dude. I could not do it now. Like
No
there's
way,
no
yeah.
fucking way. I would come away broken
Yeah.
from something like that.
It always kind of annoyed me, too, when one would open up next to me. I was like, oh, okay,
God damn it.
I got a cool spot here.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
great. And then all of a sudden, like I'm on the edge of a pit now.
Yeah.
Because it's opened up right here, and the crowd is opened up to give room, and I'm fucking one of the guys right on the edge of it, and so I'm getting like having to push people away
Yeah.
and push them back in. I'm like,
I wonder.
God damn it!
I
was like,
wonder if that's how all that started.
what do you mean? Like,
Well, a mosh pit where people are pushing people out of the way, right? It's like creating room around yourself to get like, your spot at the front and quit getting people pushing up against you. I wonder if that's how, like, the first iterations of moshing.
I don't know.
If that's
maybe.
where that kind of started.
I don't know. It always annoyed me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, why did it open up here? Go over there. Open it up over there. Why are you opening it up here? The fuck, man? I was here first.
Just me and my JanSport.
Yeah.
Just my really uncomfortable backpack that has no form to it. Hurts my lower back.
First of all, I'd never take a backpack anywhere because I do not like carrying shit on me.
Dude.
So even when I worked at JanSport, I had some really sweet JanSport backpacks.
Yeah.
I never taken shit to a concert. Never happening. No way.
Man, I remember when JanSports were the fucking top shit. Back when I was in like 7th grade
Yeah.
and stuff, they had all sorts of different colors, Man,
Are you talking about 007 or are you talking to 008 or 009?
I have no idea. They weren't
009 was navy. 007 was green. Forest green.
I had the forest green.
I used to know all the codes.
Yeah. What was that kind of mauve color? That purple.
Yeah, that was eggplant.
Eggplant. Okay.
Eggplant. I don't know what.
Sean Wright
number
had an
code.
eggplant
Yeah.
JanSport.
And if you're cool, you had a rawhide, which had the actual real leather bottom.
The real leather bottom.
Yeah.
I had a green forest green with.
You knew
real leather
that
bottom.
the person was a poor if they didn't have the leather bottom. They just.
Oh
had-
yeah. A lot
The
of
cheapest
pories.
one was just fabric. Down there.
Yeah, but those, even with the leather bottom, that thing was not form fitting. So everything would just fall to the
Oh,
bottom
yeah.
of those
Oh,
things.
yeah.
And it would just fucking the way that those sat on your back, they were the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They probably contributed to a majority of my back problems that I have now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyway.
The other move too was only wear it on one shoulder.
Yep.
And you'd wear that strap out.
Yes.
That a lot of the warranty fixes were typically one strap because
One
people
strap.
didn't want to put the whole and then it starts
Because they were so uncomfortable.
starts fucking your body up too to where
Yeah.
you always put it on that one side so that shoulder's getting all tweaked. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Well, is that it? What's,
I think we
that's
done
about
did
it.
If you've got a
Terrifying.
a short, terrifying story about being at a concert,
Yeah.
you can call us up, leave a voicemail, or you can email us.
You
Right?
looking at me? Yeah.
Yeah.
KIZ.podcast@gmail.com. No, that's kicking and Zubas.
That's Kicking and Zubas.
SOD.podcast@gmail.com.
There you go.
But go ahead if you want to email Kicking and Zubas as well. That's,
What's the phone number?
I don't know what our phone number is.
Okay, go to the website.
Go to the website. It's terrible, dude. Why don't I ever bring this up while we're here? Come on.
I don't know. I
No
don't know.
more.
It's your show, man.
That's true. It's
I'm just fucking here.
It's barely a show.
I'm just here.
You Yeah, so do that. That's what you should do. We will receive it. Let's see here. We'll
play it on the next mailbag.
Contact us. Oh no.
What?
Never mind.
Is it all
That's
gone?
just like submit an
Did Russia take
email.
the
No,
rest
it's
of
just
the
submit an
website
email.
now?
Oh, we're fucked. I can't move no more. Yeah, I don't know. Someone always finds it. Someone always sends it to me. Yup, it still works. But I don't know where it's at on the website. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Well, if you can find it. Or you can just write us.
Well, and that's on purpose. It's like a speakeasy thing.
Oh, there you
So
go.
if you know, if you're in the know,
you got to knock 3 times on the website door.
If you know. All right,
in a
buddy.
secret way. We did it.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey, Linda, you and Frank clean this mess up for us and put the tarp over these instruments. Me and the boys got to go down the county line. We're out of liquor and beer.